Hey, what's going on, everyone? I hope you are doing well.
We are Mike and Michelle.
She was Michelle and I'm Mike. Oh, sorry. We're Luvy's Fat Life, and hey, this is our first time on a Thursday night. It's a kind of our new slot. So, hey, we just want to say thank you guys for coming with us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, this is twice this week, so it may take a few weeks for people to realize we're not on Mondays at 7. Now we're on Thursdays at 8. And I know we got a little competition, and that's fine. Sherry was very gracious to say, hey, you guys go live too on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. It didn't bother her. So, hey, if at some point here you want to switch over there, please go see Sherry out. She's very gracious enough to say, hey, it didn't bother us. So please go over and say hey to Sherry as well tonight. You can bounce back and forth. There's plenty of love here between Sherry Awesome and us, and they don't call us Lovies anyway for nothing, right?
That's right.
But hey, we're excited. We got two great guests tonight, and down the road, I want to have both of these channels, and I want to have Chris. I want to have Wanda back on just for an entire episode by themselves. We told you at the beginning of this, we were just trying to give as much promotion to people as we could, and then we would go back and kind of settle down and do one guest. So in April, we got one guest coming up per week. The rest of March, we're going to have two guests each week. Next week, we got the Beach Life, and we got Ronnie, if I'm not mistaken, Ronnie and Alma from Life is Good Today. So also after this show at 9 o'clock, you got Thirsty Thursday, which, hey, I'm kind of a little bit thirsty.
Absolutely.
I don't know if we got Nightbot in here tonight as far as asking what's in the solo cup. But, hey, guess what's in the solo cup tonight? I mean,
I don't think we ever answered that from last week.
Last week I had Coke Zero and I had Rebel. That was the first time I tried that mixture. And what did you have?
Boring green tea.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're not boring, honey.
Oh, thank you.
I don't get a real kiss. Hey, that's what happens when you've been married almost 18 years, right?
That's right.
All right. Hey, so we got a lot to talk about tonight. So I'm gonna go real quick and look through the chat here and see who all was in here so far. If I missed somebody, I apologize in advance. And then boom, we're gonna have Chris Campbell with Campbell's Barbecue come on in here. I've been watching his stuff from a distance for a while, and he was actually on a TV show not long ago, and we're going to show a little bit of clip of that as well. So tonight so far in the chat, give our moderators some love. You see them in blue, they're our moderators. say hey to them. They're keeping us safe. As Journey and the Ginger said, they're keeping our lives safe tonight. You never know if somebody's going to, I think we got Chris, though. Chris, later on, we'll talk about that. He's keeping us safe tonight, right?
That's right.
You wait till you meet Chris. He's a cool individual, and I think he's got something in the glass tonight as well. We'll have to check it out. If you see him, you see him pull it up a little bit, you got to guess what he's got in his as well. So, hey, we got David from Fisher's Adventures in here, or Fun Ventures, I'm sorry. We got Dan in the house. We got Billy. We got Nana's Hidden Apron, Brendan, Tom, KY Travelers. We got Miss Alma with Life is Good Today. We got the Luvy's Fat Life, guys. We got the fat people again, the fat food and travel people in here. We got Wanda from Cruising for Food. I'm so glad she showed up.
Yes.
I mean, could you imagine me having to talk for 30 more minutes?
Ooh.
Her ears would have been bleeding.
Yes, they would have.
Then we got, let's see, a lot of chat back and forth. I love to see that. You guys keep the conversations going amongst each other. We got Josh from Always on the Move. Thank you, Josh, for coming in. I think he's in Alabama. And let's see who else we got here. A lot of conversations back and forth from those I've already mentioned. We got Paul Vines. Welcome, Paul. Thank you for coming in, buddy. Got Miss Holly Ayers. Thank you, Miss Holly. And then one of our favorite, Marla Stewart. She's so sweet, so nice. We got another guest tonight that was a first for us as well, and we're going to bring that up a little bit later on. And then we got, I was about to say Cruising for Food again, but Miss Wanda. Hey, we got Nightbot in there, and he wasn't even supposed to come on until 20 after, so I got to figure out what's going on with that. We got Cruise Day Fun. How you doing? Thanks for dropping in with us. I got Mama Maxine. I'm a mama's boy. That is my mother, Mama Maxine. I think she's on YouTube. She must have corrected the way her name is spelled. You notice that? It was Marjs, and now it's Sparks. The better half of Billy Sparks. Should I say that or not say that?
Let's not.
Let's don't say that, Billy. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Billy.
Sorry, Billy. I'll get you some leftovers sometime. Let's see who else we got here. We got the Beach Life, Honey. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in. We got T&K Travels. How you doing? TJ, I hope you guys are doing well. And we got Blaine in here. Right? Hey, Blaine, how you doing? Rayleigh Creative Travel. Hey, I'm going to say it right up front. We got to go live here. I'm already a couple minutes late. If you are a creator, or you are a supporter, if you are a travel agent, please go ahead and put hashtag creator, hashtag supporter, hashtag business owner, hashtag travel agent, whatever you are. Please put that in here. Pick out a channel that you have not seen before and sub to their channel. Give them some love. Anthony Simone's in the house. Thank you, Anthony. Oh, yeah. Honey said, Wanda, look at it. His eyes got all hearty on there. I see that, Honey. You got to watch Honey. They got the Gaylors in the house. Who else we got in here? MGM, Bill and Lucy. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. I'm running late already. Travel Ventures with Eric B. How you doing, man? Who else we got in here, Michelle? I'm afraid I'm going to miss somebody.
I don't think I missed anybody.
I think I've gotten everybody. If I miss somebody, I truly do appreciate you being patient with me. Real quick, the other night, Monday night, we had a great live celebrating Lucy's birthday with MGM Family Travel. We had Blaine Rayleigh came on here, Dee came on here, Danny Griswold, Mark McClure, D&G Explorers, Vizzo Travel, Anthony Puerto Rican, Simone, Brad Ryan, Betsy Rodriguez, Mike Rodriguez, Q's Cruisers, Honey, and the Gilberts were on here. So go back and watch that live. Those guys were great. Mark tore it up singing, and Ronnie and Teresa tore it up singing as well. They were so great. Hey, we got Rhonda B in the house. I see Dave and Brandy's has popped in here. So, hey, I got to quit talking. We got to get going, right? I got to stop tonight right at 8 o'clock. Okay. So we got to go. All right. So I'm going to play an intro right here. My man Chris is going to be in the house. You're going to love this video. Cool stuff, really good stuff.
So what do a graphic designer and a special agent have in common? They're both self-taught pitmasters doing Texas-style barbecue in the Peach State. First, I head to Fox Brothers Barbecue, where they're paying homage to the Lone Star State with the Texecutioner, a massive sandwich featuring their signature brisket. Man, look at that! Look at how juicy! Oh my God! And then I head to Augusta, Georgia, where Special Agent Chris Campbell has uncovered the secrets of real Southern barbecue.
What's your favorite, brisket or the pork?
I don't know.
You got to decide, Texas or Georgia? Texas or Georgia?
Yeah, I'm not having that.
What's going on, brother Chris? What's happening, man?
Hey, appreciate you having me on. I like that video there.
Hey, mate, let me do something right here. I need to scratch the screen
and
see if I can smell that thing. Man, that pulled pork, that's that Shirley Fabrication pulled pork. I can tell it. Man, is that peach cobbler you had on there, or peach pie?
Peach cobbler, yeah.
Oh,
so
man,
good.
Brother, that looked killer.
Like
Yeah,
really good.
Oh, man.
I have a big sweet tooth, so I'm a big sweet tooth and a big in-season cook. So, if apples are in season, it's apple pies, apple cobblers, peaches. When they hit, I'm right here on the in peach country on Georgia, South Carolina line. So I'm a couple miles from the peach orchard. So I get cases of them, and we make cobblers, and they integrate them into the cooking all summer long. So I love them.
That's awesome. So, hey, a lot of people may or may not have heard of your business. You're down in Augusta, Georgia, if I'm not
That's
incorrect, right? I'm correct. So, hey, let everybody know a little bit about Campbell's Barbecue, what you do for a living, what you do on the side. I think all that's very interesting, and that was kind of the snippet there at the beginning with the TV show, the Food Channel show that you was on. Tell everybody a little bit about you and how you got started.
Yeah, so I live in Augusta, Georgia. I'm a federal agent for my real job, and when I came out of the academy, I was sent to Texas, and I did 2 years there. So I'm from Georgia originally, born and raised. So I grew up on the pork barbecue, and it's all we ever had. And then went to Texas and fell in love with brisket. Learned how to cook it. Traveled around, talked to the pitmasters around there. Really studied brisket, and had an opportunity to transfer back closer to home, across the state here, but came back here, and I was like, what, I really want to get like an offset smoker, like the ones you see in the restaurants in Texas, these big wood fire burning pits, stick burners. And I don't even remember. I was thinking about it today. I don't even remember how I found Shirley. I think I found them actually on the Big Green Egg forums. And I think a couple of guys there were some some of the first Shirley owners. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I'll check these guys out, and talk to Paul, and ended up coming up to terms with the smoker that I wanted, and I was like, what, I need a way to pay for it. So I started a company, formed an LLC, and started branding. My degrees from college and grad school are both in marketing, so I had that background, so I kind of put that to use, and started this company, and started just basically posting cooks that I was doing in my backyard on Instagram. And I think at the time I had like 280 to 300 followers, and I think I'm at 31,000 right now. And so it just took off. Looking back to how far I've come over the years, just as far as like skill level and knowledge, it's grown a lot, and it's been a wild ride. But I do catering and pop-ups here in Augusta. Before COVID, I was really regularly going down to the brewery downtown, and we'd set up there and sell barbecue. And we would. The show was a blessing. They found me on Instagram, and they came here to my house. We filmed, and when that was airing, the news and the newspaper and everything just blew up. Everybody knew that I was the guy that was on the cooking channel and the Food Network there. And so when the first event after that aired, we had 1,500 people show up.
Wow.
Lunch service, for one lunch. And I only had enough food for maybe 500-600 people. And we and how barbecue is. Everything's already cooked, right? It's already cooked. All we were doing is basically slicing whole proteins when we ran low, but we had people doing that and just bringing it in, shuffling it in. And so we were moving the line as through as quickly as possible, right? We were just putting food on the plate and go, put food on the plate and go. And we had a 90-minute wait. And there, it was incredible, experience, but one that is super stressful to think back on now. But so that we do those. We were doing those maybe one about every quarter. This is a lot of work. You're talking 3 to 4 solid days of work, from prep to cook, to clean up, and the event. So we were doing those spread out, but then I also do the catering on the side too. So it's when like wedding rehearsal dinners or receptions or birthday parties or family reunions, whatever. They come to me in advance, and I know exactly how many people I'm cooking for. So I'm not necessarily vending on those. You make a little less money, but it's calmer, right? It's not as much stress. You don't have the like what if I'm I think the biggest cook I ever did, I had to run 2 smokers. I ran 25 briskets in my Shirley, and I ran 30 pork butts in another offset smoker. And I'm like, what if no one shows up? These are the thoughts that are going through your head at like 3 in the morning. And like, what if people don't show up? And what if I end up with 30 pork butts and 25 briskets left? And that's I'm sinking $2,500, $3,000 in just meat costs. So
that's what a lot of people don't realize is like the brisket costs. I mean brisket's not cheap. Pulled pork you can get Boston butts or shoulders. If you buy from a wholesaler, you can get that stuff sometimes on sale for under $1.95 to $1. I don't know what's going for now, but we buy ours now at Sam's Club because our wholesaler went out of business a while back, and you pay a little bit more money there. But you get a good quality brisket, you're going to pay some money for it. And most of the restaurants around here, they're selling it from $15 to $20 a pound. After it's cooked, so it's not cheap.
No, it's definitely not cheap. I have the food service contracts in place, so I can get a fairly decent price. Brisket's again always expensive, but we sell a brisket at $23 a pound, and I've never taken home any barbecue from any events or anything. It's all sold, and sometimes I'll try to right now I'm doing, because of COVID. We're not doing the pop-ups. We're doing what we call like the neighborhood cooks. And so what I'll do is I'll partner with like a property owners association or at the neighborhoods around Augusta, and we'll advertise on their Facebook page, or they'll put it out in their newsletter, and they'll put in pre-orders on my website, and then I'll go out and you just deliver. So everything's already paid for, through the website, and then all the interaction we have is just them picking it up. And they swing up, tell me their name, mark them off the list, hand them their butt. Right now I'm selling only whole butts and only whole briskets. And so, some of these folks are, getting a 8-9 pound brisket at $23 a pound, and they're buying the whole thing and taking it home. And
that's the thing I love about brisket. I love about pulled pork is we've noticed, even with our catering, and we do a lot of church events and stuff like that for our own church. You can vacuum. It's not going to be as good as the day you cooked it. Don't get me wrong. But if you vacuum seal it, you get a nice vacuum sealer. You vacuum seal that. Believe it or not,
it reheats well.
It reheats very well. And during the week, if you're working long hours, it's great to pull out a pound. I've seen some people, put the whole bag in as long as it's BPA free, and turn around and put it in some boiling water. You cut that thing off, and it almost smells just like it came off the smoker back.
You're right. It does. It reheats extremely well on the back seal. I was offering some back sealed stuff earlier this year, and I just had the regular like food saver. And then I was like, this is not working, because I had, the beginning of COVID, people couldn't find food. And so they were like, hey, I want to buy like 3 whole butts vacuum sealed. Well, if you're having to vacuum seal like 20 something butts on a food saver, it does not work. It clogs up. It's not meant for that much. It's not a commercial unit. So I ended up getting a chamber sealer this year, just investing in the chamber sealer for expanding the business out. So I have that, and it's great. But it's actually, for my real job, was in New Orleans last week. My favorite city, best food city in America, I think. Luckily, I get to go down there pretty often. But one of the lawyers that I'm working with, they know about the barbecue. I've been working with them for several years now. Some different matters, and they're like, we want to try your barbecue. So I just packed a cooler in my suitcase with frozen brisket, frozen back seal brisket, and brought it down to them. And I told them, drop it in boiling water. It'll reheat. It won't be as perfect as it is the first time, but it's going to be pretty good. And now they're hooked. And now they're like, yeah, we can't get brisket anywhere else in the city now. Yours is the best. And so it's just it's always nice to keep some in the freezer.
So you're from Augusta, like you mentioned, and you had a Texas and Georgia. Georgia's known for peaches and peachwood. Myron Mixon's from, I think, Georgia. I can't remember, near Vidalia. He's from near that area.
Yeah.
So, all right. So right there he is. What kind of bourbon you drinking there?
Well, this one's sweet tea. This one.
Ah.
Yeah, that one right here. This is a Maker's Mark store pick, a local store pick.
Oh, okay. We got you. All right.
So this is
you don't do the cheap stuff like I do sometimes, like the Night Train 2020 or something,
No, I'll tell you. There
Mad Dog 2020.
There are some cheap ones that are really good, but this one right here is it's a really good one. It's just I like supporting the local stores whenever I can. Whenever they get store picks in, I'll always generally pick it up unless it's something I hate, which is like a Woodford. I'm not a Woodford guy, so.
Really?
But
so you said what kind of wood do you primarily use, or do you use a combination of wood? I know for events and stuff, we were talking the other night, you use your Shirley Fabrication smoker. Right. That's part of your business. You also told us you had 20. He told me 24. He's got 24 grills.
Yeah.
And anytime 24. I want another one, my wife's like, "You don't need another one."
I'm like, I do with 24 grills.
I bet they're clean, and I bet they look good, boy. I bet the line is looking good.
Well, so I get to answer your first question. Yeah. So my vents are all on the Shirley Fabrication, unless I'm having to get a second offset smoker to run. And there are a few Shirley owners here in Augusta as well. But for that, I'm using a combination of oak, hickory, and pecan.
Okay.
So what I do is I go out like in the summer. It always happens in the summertime. It's never right now when the weather's perfect or whatever. But in the summertime, we tend to get these really high wind storms coming in, and they'll knock over some trees. I'll find them on Craigslist, and I just, I bought a chainsaw and a log splitter, and I go out there and I cut trees up and I take them back home. I mean, I'm talking massive, several hundred pounds of trunk sections, load the truck up, dump it in my driveway, and I go out there and split it. And I spend, it takes me a few weeks to get, a tree done, and then I wheelbarrow it down behind the house and I stack it up and let it season. And so I've got all my wood is from locally sourced, but it's for free, but it's work, right? It's some serious work doing that, because it always happens in like August when it's 110 degrees. But yeah, I have that, and then I have a wood fire, a wood burning pizza oven. It's a commercial pizza oven that's just like the ones you find in the restaurants. I bought the same exact model. And that's outdoor kitchen. And then also have kind of what you were asking me about the other night, the Art of Flame, which is also wood fire burning. So I use a lot of wood around the house here.
Hey, can I show everybody real quick? I mean, guys, any of the men in here, ladies, cover up your ears, ladies. When you see this right here, this is on my wish list. Billy Sparks, forget the big green egg, which, hey, they're good too. Forget the pellet grill. This is what we want right here. This thing is awesome. I got a Santa Maria vertical smoker. It's a Shirley Fabrication, but you guys check this out. Men, you're going to love this. Ladies, you're going to love it too.
Yes.
Late at night on the deck. My wife was like, "What is that thing? We got to find out about it." So I'm going to play this video clip and then let Chris explain what this is that he's cooking on. Man, so hey, everybody out there, the guys are drooling that love to barbecue. The ladies that like to barbecue are probably laid by the pit and do s'mores and all that. I mean, I love that.
Tell us more, please.
Please tell us about what that is. That's the first I've seen it. I've seen Blackstones before. I've seen the type that you can grill over top of that. But man, that thing is a beast, and I love it. So, Chris, tell everybody in the chat here tonight what that is, and I think a little more information. I think you said they sponsor you as well, or you're on their protein. So, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's called an Art of Flame, and what it is just it's a fire pit with a plancha around it, and then you build the fire in the middle. You start with charcoal or whatever, and then you start feeding it wood and burn those down the coals. But you shove those coals up under the plancha and really heat up that surface, and then you have your a fire going in the middle. It also comes with a grate over that middle hole there, so you can grill over the top of the fire like a traditional grill. Or you can take that off. You have a rotisserie for it, a battery powered rotisserie. So I think I was rotisserieing a whole rack of pork. That one night we rotisseried a rack of pork. I did Korean barbecue ribs and chicken saute, and then vegetables all around the side. So it's it's 40 inches, tons of cooking space, and it's great because the heat's hotter in the middle, really hotter in the middle, and then it just kind of it gets a little bit less as you go on the outside, so you can play with the surface. If you want to keep things warm, or if you need things to really get that nice sear. I think you saw on there I seared some brisket burgers, Wagyu brisket burgers. Incredible sear on that thing. It's incredibly hot, and it's just it's tilted a little bit to the middle, so all that fat and oil
goes down in there and flames up right
down into the fire, so it stays clean. It's really easy to keep clean. It's just it's a showstopper of a piece, so you can cook on it and then just keep the fire going and have it for ambiance and entertain. I do a lot of parties here, a lot of entertaining, and it's just nice to have that fire going, and then at the end of dinner come back around and do like a s'mores bar or something like that. But yeah, I'm on their pro team there, so they send out some things, and I do some cooks for them, and help sell their grills basically as much as I possibly can. They're great. They're a great company here in the U.S. It's made in the USA, made over in Ohio in a factory. I've done Zoom calls with their factory reps and toured the factory. So it's great supporting an American business. It's everything.
That's awesome.
Deal. Yeah.
Hey, it's great to know something great's come out of the state of Ohio too. I know.
Yeah, right.
I'm just messing with it. There's a couple of people in the chat here from Ohio, and we're just giving them a hard time. But man, that thing looked awesome. I'm definitely going to be checking that thing out. And since we got a connection now, number one, maybe you can get us a discount. Number two, we may even bring an executive on the show if they want to come on and talk to everybody. I'll probably guarantee them 100 visits that night, or do something and run some kind of special code or something.
Yeah.
But man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I can definitely get you some of their executives. They're very passionate about the Art of Flame. They spend a lot of time, developing something that there's just, I think there was like a hole in the market for this entertainment piece slash like plancha slash grill, and it fits all three of those. And when I saw it, one of my friends had one, I was like, I got to have this for my outdoor kitchen space, and it's just a perfect piece. It's that and the pizza, the commercial pizza oven are by far my two, favorite pieces of the 2024 that I have right now.
So you also told me, I know we got about maybe another 4 or 5 minutes here. You own 3 Big Green Eggs, right? Because you're on their pro team as well, or their competition team.
I'm on their pro team, so I have an XL, a large, and a mini max. So I'll go and do their Eggtoberfest in Atlanta, and do different cooks for them, whatever promotions they're running, kind of, do that stuff. I did, this year's Eggtoberfest, which is held every October, was virtual. So I did, I took over I did a takeover on the Big Green Egg Instagram account live there. And so we did a cook. We did like a Thai and Vietnamese, cook for that. So yeah, I'm on their pro team. I work with Fogo Charcoal on their pro team. Let's see, there's so many. There's a few of them. I have a knife sponsorship now. I have another grill company that I'm starting to work with. I can't really talk. So
you're using your marketing degree to the max right now, right? Number one, you're putting out great barbecue.
Right.
You've been on the Food Channel. You've been on these competition teams. I mean,
yeah. That's
when
awesome.
when are you going to open up a restaurant?
Well, you got to sell a lot of sandwiches to make that salary. You know what I'm saying? So,
But I mean, I'm sure Augusta. Like here, barbecue's king in Lexington, North Carolina, in this whole area.
yeah.
I mean, barbecue is king. So I'm sure with your marketing degree and all your connections down the road, you're still young. You got plenty of time to do it. I'm too old to open a restaurant, but
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Aaron Franklin and how he runs his business. Kind of like what you were saying earlier about, you're only going to cook so much that's going to sell that day.
Right.
And then you don't heat up leftovers from the next day or anything like that. If I was opening up my own restaurant, that's what I would do.
Exactly.
I'd put the butcher paper on the front and say, hey, we're sold out. We're done. We'll start back the next day. Because fresh is best whenever you're talking about barbecue.
Absolutely.
Hey, so just everybody in the chat, anybody watching on the replay of this down the road, we got Chris's barbecue business, the website page on there. They got a swag, an apparel part of that. Hit that up. They got some really cool hats with their logo on a white cap, like a trucker's cap. They got some gear for women and men. So hook him up. If you're like me, I can't never have enough hats.
Yeah.
Right.
I had to pick one of 12 tonight when I came down there.
Standing there,
I was like,
trying to figure out.
I was like, where's my Luvy's barbecue cap? I can't find it, and I got a whole box of them in the closet, and I didn't go get one of them. But hook Chris up. Go back and watch that. I think it was season 7, episode 11.
That's right. Yep.
Season 7, episode 11. Chris Campbell's on there with Campbell's Barbecue Company. But Chris, we can't thank you enough, man, for coming on here. We hope down the road you'll be willing to come back for a full hour.
Yeah.
And really go into in-depth cooking and some of your techniques.
Sure.
But
absolutely.
thanks for sharing the night with us and sharing us a little bit about yourself and your company.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
I appreciate you guys.
much.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys having me on.
All right. Thank you, Chris. You have a good evening, man. Thank you.
Bye.
Man,
Oh,
oh
that was
man.
so good.
Hey, I wonder if there's any way I can hook by Augusta, Georgia on our way down to Florida here in a couple of weeks. Man, that looked good. Hey, if you haven't ate yet, I bet you're hungry now, right?
Absolutely.
And that ain't no McRib you're gonna eat right there, right? Ain't no McRib right there. But hey, it's great to have Chris on here tonight. Hey, we got to hurry up and get straight in here.
Yes.
To Miss Wanda for Cruising for Food. Love her channel. Love her. She is so awesome in the travel community, and her Facebook page and her website page is just awesome. I mean, so colorful, great designing. I don't know if that's all her or somebody else, but either way, take credit for it, Wanda.
Yes.
That is a beautiful website, a great looking Facebook page. Wanda is an awesome person in the community. Most live events, if you go to it, you'll see her in it. And she's just so supportive of everybody and just a lovely human being. And she's got the coolest character. Now, let me say this. I hope I don't upset Josh from Adventures Ahead here. Okay. Josh, I'm stepping on toes right now. Honey, if you're hearing this, I'm just sorry. Wanda has the coolest hair in the cruising community. Female. Daniel Fields maybe on the male side. He's got some, Sebastian Bach, Kid Row hair I love. But Wanda's got the coolest hair on the females. I mean, it's cool. I love Wanda's hair. It's always cool. Hey, I got a little intro from Miss Wanda, and then boom, she's going to be in here, okay? So let's play Miss Wanda's intro. And this will make you hungry too.
That was an awesome intro.
Well, you know me, I'm a stalker, man. I go out there and grab anything. That a lot of that was recent stuff from when you were in Disney. Maybe you'll talk about that a little bit. But hey, it's great to see you. Everybody in the chat say, "Hey, Miss Wanda, man, go ahead and give us some love in the chat."
I've been trying to keep up with the chat. All of my good friends are here. I love it.
Yeah, we got D&G Explorers. I know you're tight with them. Derek and Gregory, they're so great. Great couple right there. They're saying dilly dilly. And that's what Billy's saying. I'm never stopped being hungry. We've hit you hard with barbecue tonight. And now we're hit you back with Wanda. And man, that food looks so great. And so, hey, Miss Wanda, I'm going to go ahead and go straight into your channel. Give us a little bit of information about how you started your channel up, what got you going with it, what got you into the food and cruising for food. I love that title. And you and I, we're kind of in the same genre out there where we love talking about food and we also like talking about travel and cruising. But give us a little bit of information about your channel.
Well, I started my channel out of coercion and duress. I've been forever taking pictures of my food and driving my family crazy with, wait, that looks so pretty. I got to take a picture of it. And then I would post it on my Facebook or MySpace back in the day. And my husband was like, you should really have a YouTube channel because you love food and you love traveling and they go together. And I was like, what am I going to do with that? Who's going to want to look at my pictures of food? So I started it with some friends.
I do. I love working
at it.
With
my friends, D&G, who also pushed me to do it. Just said, okay, well, it'll be a little hobby that I'll do here and there. Who's going to watch it? And here I am almost a year later. And I can't believe how much my channel has grown. And I'm still doing the same thing that I love. I'm traveling and I'm eating lots of delicious food and sharing all my food with everybody.
Hey, so a little bit about that. I mean, you don't have to tell us exactly where do you work at, but what do you do for a living and that allows you to do some of the traveling you're doing? And can you give us a little bit of information about that?
Yeah, I work for H-E-B in San Antonio, Texas. We're a private retailer, supermarket chain that's in Texas and Mexico, and I work in their legal department.
Cool.
I have been a paralegal just about all my life. I'm only 29, so it's not that long.
I don't know how you worked there your whole life then, right? I mean, I don't know how you did that, but what's funny is I know H-E-B really well because I work for Hanes, which is Knights Apparel, and we build displays and ship to all the H-E-B stores in Texas.
Awesome.
A lot of Texas A&M and University of Texas displays we build to send down to the stores.
Awesome.
That college university stuff. So yeah, we got a connection there. We didn't even know it.
Yeah.
I just noticed on your Facebook page, kind of leading into this a little bit, maybe a little segue into it. You went to Florida this past week, right?
Yes. My last baby turned 18 years old and he wanted to go to Disney World and he didn't have to twist my arm. I was there. It's one of my favorite food places to go to. And we had perfect weather. We needed that reprieve after the winter storm that we had in Texas a couple of weeks ago. Totally different. It was in the 80s and sunny in Florida. It was wonderful.
Yeah. So, we're actually going this first time. We went 5 years ago and I was watching D&G last night to get some tips. And I was watching Journey with the Gingers a little bit earlier to get some more tips of Disney. What is your favorite? Now, this is going to be tough. Now, we'll ask some cruising questions here in a second. What is your favorite park down there in Orlando?
That's easy. It's Epcot.
Epcot by far. So what is it if somebody like me, I've never been to Epcot. I've never taken my son. He was 5 when we took him last time to Disney. We stayed a lot at Magic Kingdom. So what about Epcot now that he's 10 years old? Will number one, would he like? And number two, would we like?
Well, as far as what I like about Epcot, obviously, is the food and the drinks. They have 11 countries represented in the World Showcase. So within a few steps, you jump from one country to another. There's different languages, there's different cuisine, different drinks. The cast members there are from those countries, which is awesome for your son, because they have these little things called Kit Kats, where they can go color and they'll get a stamp from that country, and the cast member usually will write something in their language for your child on there. That I did that with my kids many times and they enjoyed it. All of the festivals that are going on throughout the year at Epcot, where they set up little booths and add even more countries selections to all the food and drinks. It's just fun. During the holidays, they decorate it. There's music. It's just got a little bit of everything. And for me, the other parks are, for me to enjoy with my family. That one's kind of like mine. It's kind of like the adult park for me. So that's why I love it.
Somebody was, hey, I like that shirt, by the way. I finally saw the fat part of that.
I love it.
So, hey, a lot of you may not know this, and this is the God's honest truth. The very first person to buy a T-shirt off our Teespring was Miss Wanda. So thank you, Miss Wanda. We really appreciate that.
I love this shirt. I wear it a lot.
Is it a Hanes or Gildan?
Huh?
Is it Hanes or Gildan?
I don't know.
Please don't tell me it's Gildan. Don't look in the collar right now.
Let's see.
Go ahead and take it off, Wanda. We'll go from family to NC-17 real quick.
I've actually worn this shirt during my Zoom meetings for work, and they're like, "What is that? That's so cute!" So I'm repping your channel during my Zoom meetings.
That's good to know. Also, you took us up on when we hit was it 1,000 subscribers, 750? We hit one of those. We did a challenge for Steph and their channel, as far as any other creator would take on our challenge and kind of do a pay it forward type thing. Your channel, there was 2 channels that did that, and it was you and Josh and Michelle from Ventures Ahead.
Yes. Took
that challenge, and you turned around and kind of paid it forward. So we appreciate you guys jumping on that too. I thought that was awesome that some other channels kind of took on. I
appreciate you starting that. I loved all of the comments that I got out of it. The things that I got to learn about my subscribers. It was really heartwarming. And it just felt good to do it. It was wonderful.
Yeah. So, and that's another thing. Hey guys, keep praying for Steph and Sean. That's a tough situation, but and if you want to go to their GoFundMe page, if they still got it open, I'm not sure if they do or not, but I wish I'd known that ahead of time. Would have put that in here so you guys could go and try to donate to that. But that their thoughts and prayers are with us every day. So if you had to pick a second favorite park in the Orlando area, what would it be other than Epcot?
Well, I've only gone to Disney. I haven't gone to Universal yet. I plan to this fall. Oh boy. I guess it would be Magic Kingdom.
Okay, like Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
We need to get some short videos like Sherry Awesome did, where you get 1.8 million views on it. I mean, she did the dragon there shooting out fire, and she's got like 1.8 million views and a ton of subscriptions off of just that one video. That's pretty awesome. So any tips for us on a little bit of an insight on maybe what your first vlog is going to be coming out with the Disney? I mean, you don't have to tell us all of them, but have you already got it kind of lined up what your first one's going to be about?
I just scheduled one today for tomorrow. I walked through the brand new M&M store at Disney Springs because, cool. Chocolate. It was a very impressive store. And I get a kick out of listening to myself when I talk in these vlogs, but I love looking at all the cutesy merchandise. So that's coming out tomorrow. And then my first day vlog will be out sometime this weekend. It's our first day. Our tradition is to fly in, take Magical Express, which is the bus service to Disney, and spend the evening at Disney Springs. That has been our tradition for a while now. So that will be my first vlog. You'll see us walking around Disney Springs, enjoying that, and seeing the little touches that we did for our son for his birthday, to celebrate his birthday.
It's cool. I know, and I said this last night on D&G's channel that when at 5 years old, it was like it was just like an overload.
That's too much
for
stimulus
a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, but I will say this: Disney did an incredible job on his birthday.
Yes.
When they saw that big that big pin that was on his shirt, and they had autographed it or signed something on it and said "Happy 5th birthday." The characters
they really made over
him, and they did an incredible job. So, especially if you have small children and their birthday's going to be down there, you have to go to Disney. They really make over them, and they just went out of their way. If they saw that on him, no matter if there was a line of everybody else, they would come to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just really made over him, and he remembers that.
Yeah, my son being 18, he still enjoyed it. He loved that all the cast members said happy birthday, and that he got a little special thing here or there when we went to the restaurants. He enjoyed it. I enjoy it. I enjoy having my birthday there too. It's it's for everybody.
Hey, so you got a question here from Hani, and he said, the question is, who is her favorite person on YouTube? And their initials have to be HS.
HS.
I
don't know who that is.
Anybody else got another question you want to ask Miss Wanda? Because I got a bunch I can pop on her, but if you guys got any more questions, please throw them up here. We'll throw them up for Miss Wanda. Hey, let's move a little bit towards cruising, right? So it's been a while since we cruised. I'm going to ask the softball question everybody asks is, what is your favorite ship and what is your favorite port? Now, you've probably answered this 100 million times. Maybe there's one or two in here on the food genre that doesn't know Miss Wanda Byram and would like to know, what is your favorite ship and what is your favorite port?
So I'm kind of a new cruiser. I've only been on like 6 cruises, and they've been on Disney, Princess, Royal Caribbean, NCL, and Carnival.
Okay.
My favorite ship still is the Caribbean Princess. That cruise was very special. It was our 10th anniversary. We did a back-to-back, and it was an Eastern Western Caribbean. And we got treated royally, pampered on that cruise. We absolutely loved it. So that's still my favorite ship and my favorite cruise to date. My favorite port has to be St. Thomas.
Yeah, we haven't been to that one, but that's one of the ones we want to go to as well. As it looks beautiful. What'd you love about St. Thomas? I think Billy and them went to St. Thomas and St. Martin. Maybe I may have that wrong, but what did you really like about St. Thomas?
We've been to St. Thomas twice. The first time we took the water taxi thing over to St. John, and we got to hike the national park. There's a national park there that has like hills or mountains, whatever they're called. So we got to do a hike, and then we found a pretty beach that had no one on it, and took amazing pictures. The water was so clear and so beautiful. And then on our way back, we stopped at a little hole in the wall place that was there that had Mexican food. It was delicious. And then the second time we did a speedboat. That was fun. And then we did we just paid a driver that was there in the port $25 each, and he gave us his own tour. He was a local, and he drove us up the mountain and took us to little like bars that are along the way, with beautiful scenic views. And then we got up to the mountaintop and had a banana daiquiri, which is what they're famous for there. Delicious, and the views are amazing. You can see the cruise ships, obviously, from there. Just a beautiful island. The trip up the mountain and down the mountain is you'll never forget it, because they drive on the wrong side of the road, and the roads are very narrow, and you're constantly thinking, "This is it. We're gonna die."
We're gonna die. This is the end, right? Hey, so got a couple questions here for you, Wanda. Hey, some of your buddies and some of our buddies as well. Mark from the Cruise World, I think it's Mark. Wanda, what is your absolute favorite food on a cruise ship? Now, you've had a lot of variety with all the different cruise lines you've had. what is your favorite food on a cruise ship?
Believe it or not, escargot. I have to have it like every night if I can. And
Really? That's cool.
yeah, and creme brulee. Creme brulee is like my favorite thing ever.
So, hey, we got D&G here. They're going to ask you some questions as well. I got one here for you. What was Wanda's favorite trip from 2020, and what upcoming is she looking forward to in 2021?
Well, of course, our Cancun trip in 2020 was amazing. Best vacation of my life.
Is that the RIU, the Rio? Is that
The Rio Palace Peninsula, yeah.
I've seen Nancy and all these vloggers. I think Life is Good Today was there as well, and I know you, D&G, and you went there last. That place looks amazing.
It is unbelievable. It is a cruise without being on the ocean. It is. It was very comparable to a cruise. It was so fun.
That's the one thing. Now, we love cruising. That's our favorite thing to do. But we have went on one all-inclusive, and that was in the DR in Punta Cana. And the one thing I did enjoy about an all-inclusive that I didn't enjoy on a cruise ship was the hustle bustle of port days and getting off and getting back on. I think it was great to see different countries. But in all-inclusive, I mean, you got up, you went down to the cabana. If you want to lay by the pool all day, you go up and eat when you want to. You wasn't hustled and bustled. If you wanted to buy an excursion on the wherever you was at, you could do that.
Yeah,
that's the one thing about to me an all-inclusive was the most relaxing vacation I've had.
Yeah, it really was. When we got back home, we didn't feel like we needed a vacation from our vacation. We were so relaxed, and best tan of my life that week. Because I really got to lay out and have people bring stuff to me. It was great. It was amazing. And then we were there with D&G, which made it even better. It's great to go with friends. And then this year we have a Disney trip planned for the fall, which I'm looking forward to. I can never get enough of Disney.
That's
and
awesome.
hopefully we'll have some cruises this year to look forward to.
I'm hoping so. We're booked in October with LLL. In October at Halloween. We hope that takes place. I know the week after that or that same week, I think the ship show team and Sharon at Sea.
Yeah, I'm booked on the ship show one.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. So hopefully that whole time period, we're all getting a ton of cruising content that we're able to bring back. But these all-inclusives, I think it's really opened eyes up to people in the cruising community that, hey, there is an alternative. I hope it doesn't hurt the cruising, overall, but I mean, I like it. And we got Life is Good Today says, it's the Palace Peninsula. I saw them out there as well. And it looks like Derek's probably correct. I don't know if that's Derek or Gregory, but one of them's correcting themselves on that. So in 2021, now, have you been to Disneyland and Disney World, or have you been to both?
Yes, I went to Disneyland only once, and it was a very short trip, and I want to go back again. I need a do-over on that one because the couple of days that we went was really cold. It was odd weather, and we didn't get to enjoy it as much as we wanted to. So I need to go back there, and of course, it's shut down right now. So I'm waiting for that to open up so I can head over there again.
So when you first started watching, and I know I think D&G is one of your sponsors or you're kind of a partner channel. Mm-hmm. When you first started watching cruising videos, about how many years ago was that? And then who all were you watching at first and kind of got sucked into it? And you're like, oh man, I need to do this, and hey, I need to start filming some of this stuff and be able to put my own vlogs out. Who got you kind of hooked on early on?
So my first cruise was in 2016, and I researched things to death. So before we went on our cruise, we were watching videos. I think back then it was like Cruise Tips TV, and then I found Lalita Loca and Sharon at Sea. I think the Sea Cruisers back then too. Mm-hmm. Cruising with Wheels, which I went on a group cruise with them. And just whoever I could find about the ship that I was going on. It was the Disney Dream at the time. And it was a very unique cruise. It was my first, a 4-day cruise, and it was with a group of runners from I belong to a running club for Disney fans. Mm-hmm. So we ran the marathon in Disney World and then hopped on the ship the next day. And then we got to run on the private island in Castaway Cay. So I did a lot of research about all that, and I got hooked. After that, I was like, 4 days wasn't enough. I needed a longer cruise.
So, who's I kind of brought up DNG. I mean, I know you got a close relationship with those guys, and they're such an awesome team there. Have they helped you out any as far as like any tips they've gave you? I mean, because I hope maybe give some tips to me is what I'm basically trying to say. How can my channel become like their channel? Any tips anybody else has gave you here recently that that you're saying like, man, that's really a good tip. I appreciate that.
I think the biggest takeaway I've gotten from them is that they love what they do.
Yeah,
they don't try to copy anyone else. They just do their own thing, what feels right for them. They're very considerate of their audience. They're very generous with their praise and their time with other channels. And I love that about them, that they're very encouraging of other channels, and they try to promote other channels. It's not just about them all the time. And but they taught me to do what I love, and there's no rules. And they tell me there's no rules in YouTube. You just do what you love, and people will see it, that it's genuine. And it's proven true so far.
It's awesome. Well, Wanda, anything in final saying? We got about 2 minutes here before everybody's hopefully jumping over to see Ronnie and Life is Good Tonight with Good Today with their Thirsty Thursday show in the Piano Bar. Anything in final saying you'd like to say to those in the chat and those out here that are maybe sub to your channel? Just some final thoughts you'd like to say?
All I can say is that you can still travel, even though there's a pandemic going on. If you've followed my channel at all, you can do it safely and still enjoy what you want, what you want to do. You still can do it. You just have to be safe about it and make those memories. Like they say, the memories are forever. The money will, recoup it later.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, Wanda, we can't thank you enough for coming on. Please, down the road, come back and we'll just have you the whole 45 minutes to an hour. And thank you for coming on and being supportive of us. Number one, from the very beginning, buying a shirt. And you've always been supportive to many, many channels. You're such a great spirit in the food and travel genre. And we love you. And we thank you for everything you're doing in the travel and food community. And you're just an awesome person. We thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to finally see you and talk to you.
Yeah, finally to see somebody instead of chatting to them right on in a social media thing. All right, thank you very much,
Thank
Wanda.
you.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
All right, so hey, we're down to the last minute here. Thank you guys for coming in tonight.
Thank you for joining us.
We had a great time. Just want to say thank you. For those that came in tonight, and this is our new home, right? We got a little more time to get home, eat supper, get Anthony's homework done, and this is our new home. We're going to be here every Thursday at 8:00. Go see Ronnie right now next. Please go over and see his channel, and they're going to have fun around the Piano Bar and support them. Again, also see Sherry Awesome. Slide over and see her even when we're live. She's a great person and has a lot of knowledge in the travel industry. So again, want to thank you guys again for coming in.
Thank you.
We're going to play this video and then it's going to be over, and just be the light in this dark world. That's all we ask you to do. And thanks for hanging out with us.